Hello, in this video we're going to look at another OCR sample paper. This time it's on web page creation. So apparently we are a trainee website designer for Progress Leisure Fishing Club. We've got to update one partly completed web page and create a new page using images and text that have been provided. So the first thing we have to do is make sure we've got certain files, a web page called welcome, some pictures and a text file. So I'm going to go over to Windows, and as you can see there, I've got the files that I need in that folder. Now it says I've got to rename this folder with my name. So I'm just going to do that. Now it says that I should have some software for editing and creating web pages. So I'm going to actually use Notepad for that. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is have a little look at the web page that OCR provided. So I'm going to use right click here, and I'm going to open this file with Internet Explorer, just because I don't know which browser you'll have available. So as you can see, it's a very simple web page. It's got some text, a couple of graphics, and there it is. Now, if I want to actually have a look at what the underlying code of that is, I can, again, right-click on the file and open it with Notepad. So as you can see, it's this very straightforward web page. It's got HTML tags, which are opened and closed at the beginning and end of the document. It's got a head, which is just gives the title of the web page, and it has a body. And as you can see, each of the lines of text is a paragraph tag with some commands to make sure the alignment is centered and the font style is correct and the size is as the author wanted it. So that seems quite straightforward. So now the next thing it's asking us to do, is to make a new web page using the file members. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to open members. Once again, I'm going to open it with Notepad. Now, the easiest way to work with this file, I think, is just to save it as a web page, and then we can make some changes to it afterwards. So I'm going to choose Save As. Now, whenever you want to save a web page in Notepad, you're going to have to choose all files down here. Otherwise, it will save it as a text file by default. So once I've done that, I'm going to call this new mems.htm and save it. Now, if I look in my file manager, you'll see that new mem, I'll call it new mem instead of new mems, it's got a little E in the corner there, which just shows that it's a web page and it's an HTML document which Windows expects to open in a browser. So that's fine, except I just need to save it as new mems. So again, every time I resave, I'm going to have to just specify that I'm saving it as an HTML file. So I'm just going to get rid of that one, which I saved with the wrong name. Okay, so now it says that I've got to make sure that every paragraph is on a clear line space, and I've got to insert this text after the end with my name and so forth. So let's have a go at that. So the first thing we need to do to make this into a web page is to actually put in our HTML tags. I'm not going to bother with a head because it didn't ask me to do a head. So I'm just going to put in my body tag and close my body tag and do the same thing with my HTML tag. Now, if I save that and go over into this Internet Explorer window and press Control O, I can browse and open a local file. So there's my new MEMS file that I've just saved. I'm going to open that up. And as you can see, it's opened it as a web page, but at the moment it's not on every, the lines are not spread out on different paragraphs. So we need to do some more work there. Now you remember that in the other document we looked at, each paragraph had one of these P tags. So we're going to replicate that here. And just to speed things up a little bit, I'm just going to copy and paste. And of course, when we put an opening tag in HTML, we need to close it. So using that /, I'm going to make sure that that is at the end of each of these lines as well. And then I can save this file. I can just use Control S, but I can also use this option from the menu. And now when I go over to my web page and click the refresh button, I can use the key F5, or I can click on this little circular arrow. You'll see that now every line is on its own paragraph with some line space in between. So let's just check again what we had to enter. After the text back to home page, we need another line space and updated by name, center number, and date. So once again, I'm going to use the paragraph tag. I'm going to put in my center number and the date today. And put in my closing tag. I'm going to save that. And if I go over here and refresh, you can see that that line has come into the bottom of my document in Internet Explorer. And all I need to do is save it as new MEMS. Obviously, I've saved it as new MEMS HTM, so that's fine. And that is actually the end of the first task.